Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the Access to Combat podcast, episode 33. You already know who this is. Hugo the boss. Hugo got next. Hugo in that sexy red. Not letting go of Summer, but Summer's ready to let go of me. Join by my co-host.
It's your boy Ray Boogie Kahuna, BK from the BX, a.k.a. my brother still capping right now about Summer. He's still wearing a tank top next week. What's going on, my brother?
Everything's all good, my brother. And before we get into any of this hoopla with this card this weekend and some of these amateur boxing fights for this weekend, you already know the deal. Like, follow, subscribe, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.
Everybody watching on YouTube right now, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to stay up to date.
And for all of our audio listeners, Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, you already know. And before we get into UFC Vegas 81, well, the UFC at the Apex, I'm not even sure if it's a different name at this point. We're going to recap some of our bets from last week. From that and Bellator 300, we had a very good night. I'll start with mine. De La Rosa Moneyline.
Yeah, you know, you in charge of your shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing your shit. I'm doing my shit.
Dawson inside the distance. Ladies and gentlemen, I make that bet again. Karolina Kowalkiewicz by sub, long shot bet. Dawson by knockout, long shot bet. Lins, we had a pass on the sub and the money line because he pulled out of the fight. Algio, I didn't live bet it, so that's also a pass. Now for all of our winners. And I want you to judge me on those losses because I have so few. Same thing with my brother here. Now we're going to go to my winners. Arichile, money line. Karolina Kowalkiewicz, money line. Buckley, money line. Pfeiffer via sub. Carmouche, inside the distance for Bellator 300. Oh, we heard that, right? He kind of checked out. That the money, there was too much money in the cash register. Oh, shit.
Payday.
You already know.
You want payday.
Up 3 units. We back, baby. We back. We had a rough go before we got, onto the down season. Now we back up. If I could put that Mekhi Pfeiffer meme in here. No, it's Mekhi Pfeiffer, right?
That's not Mekhi Pfeiffer. Stringer Bell.
Stringer Bell. Shit.
The Wire.
We back up.
You disrespecting, brother.
We back up. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I kept thinking about Mekhi Pfeiffer and
Paid in full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the game.
I love the hustle.
I love the hustle. But now to my brother to recap his bets.
Yeah, here we go. The main event. Break down my joints right here. Let's do the straights.
You handle your own shit.
Yeah, I handle my own shit. I just want to make sure. Hold on. I'm make sure to hit the wrong button.
You're going to start with the wrongs first anyway. Go ahead.
Nah, I do it in my order. I'm doing the straights. De La Rosa, money line. Clapped. Orichi Lang, money line. Money. Karolina Kowalkiewicz, money line.
You missed Demopolis, bro.
Money. Demopolis. Money line.
Payday.
Just, real quick. Know what I'm saying? One time for the one time. Lens. Push. Jokes, know what I'm saying? Hernandez. Money line. Nope.
Whoa.
It's clapping. I don't touch the buttons too much, you know what I'm saying? So Buckley, money line. Dawson, inside the distance. Not bad, know what I'm saying? And so now we're getting back to the long shots here, know what I'm saying? Demopolis and Kowalkiewicz sub. Double clappage. The push on Lins. Dawson missed on that KO.
I like how you didn't go in order, but
Listen, I'm going on my order.
yeah, you see that.
Because that Pfeiffer sub though.
Payday. You want payday.
On top of that Carmouche inside the distance from that Bellator.
Payday. You want payday.
So yeah.
Yeah, that Carmouche one was a risky one because she was just playing with her food because they trained together and they were cool with each other, and
Yeah, it was
her
almost,
not trying still stopped her, which is hilarious.
It was almost a dumbass bet.
Yeah. She could have stopped after the third and on. That's why I said, I was like, there's no way she can't fuck this girl up.
We just forgot that they were training partners. And, they were very close friends, and
Still took her leg
It was
apart.
kind of a sparring match, but you know, thank God for Elimele being a dumbass and coming in compromised
and being washed.
and
It's
being
called like
washed.
she's washed.
Yeah, she's washed.
Yeah.
So
But anyway, let's jump onto this card. UFC Vegas 81 in the Apex. This Saturday, October 14th, 2023. It is a 4 p.m. Eastern time card. So it's starting a little earlier than usual. 12 fights. Tell me about it, my brother.
all right, first fight we got on the card here. We got Ashley Yoder going one-on-one with Emily Ducote. Yoder, 8-8. Fighting out of California, 35 years old. Ducote, 12-8. Fighting out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, 29 years old. I am currently leaning Ducote here for the win. I think she's the more polished fighter overall. When it comes to the striking, I give her the edge. When it comes to the volume, I'm also giving her the edge. I think she's the better boxer. She primarily kind of wants to just counter strike. I think that's kind of her game plan. I don't like that she can be hit. She's very hittable, but nobody's really made her pay for that. And I don't think Yoder is the one to make her pay for that either. Yoder, all the size advantage in the world. She's going to be taller. She's going to be longer. But
Horrible fighter.
yeah, she can't hit. Her striking's ugly as shit. She does have a little pop at the end of her punches, though.
You can't say her striking shit, then she has a little pop at the end of her punches.
Well, I mean, like when you swing like a fucking mongoloid, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I mean, you could still have ugly ass striking, but you can still, if it connects, you know, it's gonna have a little pop.
She does her best work on the floor, though.
Well,
For sure.
That's where I was gonna get to. You know what I'm saying?
Got
In my
you.
breakdown here.
Sorry.
So she likes to get to the work on the floor. She likes working the floor. That being said, these girls are both tough. These girls are both durable. I do see the overs hitting. Probably going the distance. If anybody has the finishing potential, I'm going to say Ducote. But I think Ducote wins this. That's my lean. Don't know how I'm going to bet it.
Yeah, I can confidently say I think Emily Ducote by decision. I think Ducote on her worst night beats the best version of Yoder. As terrible as that is to say. Ashley Yoder.
You absolutely suck.
I mean, to disrespect this
She
poor
didn't
girl.
deserve that, brother.
Yeah, I'll take that back. I felt mean. No, I don't. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry. I thought she was retired. I thought she wasn't even in the UFC anymore. So the fact that she came up on this card, it's like, but Ducote does everything better. Like in my opinion, she's the more well-rounded fighter. I hope she does a good job in this fight because I'm gonna fade her against the next fighter because she does have her moments when Ducote's a pure example of someone who's good at being a hammer, doesn't know how to be a nail. When things are not going her way, she kind of looks for the door, unfortunately. Not to shit on the poor girl because, you know, but I'm not going to do to her what I did to Ashley Yoder just now. But once again, her and her worst night better than Ashley Yoder on her best night. Ducote, decision, because she doesn't really finish a lot of girls either.
All right, next fight we got at the prelims at 135. We have Chris Gutierrez, El Guapo, going one-on-one with Alatengheili, the Mongolian Knight. Gutierrez, 19-4-2, fighting out of Inglewood, Colorado, 32 years old, going one-on-one with the Mongolian Knight, Alatengheili, hailing from China, fighting out of China, 31 years old. This fight, I think, is a little wide when it comes to the line. I am going to be slightly leaning, not with the most confidence, but I'm going to be slightly leaning Gutierrez here.
I agree.
Bet him his last fight against Pedro Munoz, and
Motherfucker.
Pedro Munoz was able to out Gutierrez, essentially. That was a little disappointing. A little disappointing. But what I do like, and I think it's gonna be the key to this fight, Alatengheili, the Mongolian Knight, does not check leg kicks.
No.
Gutierrez, very good leg kicker. Only reason why I'm leaning Gutierrez is because of that and that fact alone. This fight is gonna be close. Alateng does have power. He does have hands. Apparently, he's like top 5 in China when it comes to wrestling. Doesn't really wrestle too much in his fights. I think he has been training in Fight Ready though. So, and this is like his second camp or third camp there already. So he's been there for a minute. If he does come with a wrestling kind of game plan for Gutierrez, I think this is his fight to win. But if it stays standing, it's more like 60-40 and 60-40 leaning Gutierrez. Only because Gutierrez is a little bit, he's got the better footwork. He's a little funky with the striking, and he implements leg kicks way more than Alateng does. Mm-hmm. Alateng does throw leg kicks. Alateng is stupid durable, but he can be put out. I think Gutierrez low-key is fighting for the nickname of Mongolian Murderer because they both have a common opponent in Dana Bakarel, who is also Mongolian. Alateng had arguably a fight of the night with Bakarel. Gutierrez put that man out. So what they did was you know what? You had success against these Mongolians. We're going to put you against another Mongolian here. And then after this, he's probably going to try to fight the Mongolian murderer himself.
The king.
The king.
Yeah, the knight and then you had the king. The murderer.
He got Dana on his list. He's going for Alateng, and now he's going to go for Arichi Lang after this one.
Yeah. All men with one word for a name, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Can't believe we're betting against these guys, but...
No, I mean, listen, there's a good chance. I don't know how to bet this fight.
I tell you what, dog or pass.
I kind of agree a little bit to an extent.
Yeah, when you're done, I got you.
I mean, go for it. I mean, I'm because, again, if he comes with the wrestling, like I said, I think he's got it.
He can also catch him, too.
He could also catch him.
Gutierrez does leave his chin, and Munoz showed you, he does leave his chin up there. He is taking this fight on last minute notice. He is in shape because he was supposed to have a fight last weekend. He is going to be the bigger, stronger guy, the longer guy. But listen, he was all those things that Munoz. And I don't think, I'm not trying to say Alateng is Munoz. I think Alateng hits harder than Munoz. I think Alateng is a better wrestler than Munoz. Not a better grappler, better wrestler. I think at plus 300, this might be worthy of a dog shot.
Is he actually plus 300?
He's plus 300.
So wait, what's Gutierrez right now?
Minus 380. This line is crazy.
Yeah, that's way too big.
Maybe 2-1. Maybe 2-1, and I wouldn't even go that far.
Damn, that's crazy. Because I really wanted to kind of play Gutierrez here.
No,
but I didn't think that line was that crazy.
Line.
I knew the last time I seen it, it was around 200.
Wow, so it got smashed.
I think
it was in
the 200s. I want to say mid. I want to say mid 200s.
Alateng is plus 300, and I don't think that's appropriate. This fight could be a split decision.
This could be dog or pass. I got to think about this. Yeah,
I got to 300. 300. I want to see how it's treading, just so we might have to wait.
I lined this fight closer to
180.
Anywhere between, I say 175 for Gutierrez.
150 to 175.
Yeah. Around there.
Plus 300 is.
Yeah.
Excuse my language, ladies and gentlemen. It's quite fucking insane, right?
I mean, excuse my language, ladies and gentlemen. It's unfucking believable. I can't believe what the fuck I'm witnessing here.
No, this line is crazy.
Yeah, it's actually a little nuts.
It's crazy.
For Gutierrez?
Yeah. There's a couple of lines that I feel are a little lopsided too.
I do think he wins because it's I feel like it's going to be it's just a bounce back fight, you know.
And
Alateng hasn't looked too hot in his last showing, but 300 might be kind of crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah. This fight's way closer. So, possible dog bet. Gutierrez is the lean, may not be the bet. So, we can move on from this one.
All right, next fight on the card here. In the prelims, we got Irina Alekseeva. Alekseeva. Ooh. Irina Alekseeva going one-on-one with Melissa Dixon. The Russian Ronda. Dumbass. I read that out loud, and it just sounded stupid. 5-1.
Get the fuck out.
Hailing from Russia, fighting out of Russia, 33 years old, going one-on-one with no mess, Melissa Dixon. 5-0. Hailing from England, fighting out of England, 32 years old. I'm gonna go with the woman who is got a body like Michael Phelps and got a face like Robert Patrick from the Terminator. That is Irina. These are two low-level fighters. If you look at Alevska's like her regional footage, looks terrible.
Yeah.
She came into the UFC a little more impressive, but still kind of terrible. She was able to like leg lock Stephanie Edgar, which is, I mean, okay, I give it to you. You
Stephanie can grapple.
She can grapple. So, and Dixon over here, she's got some pop. She wants this fight standing. She takes a punch to give a punch. I wouldn't say she's got a good ground game. Maybe, okay, off her back, dog shit. On top, you know, I don't want to say elite, but she could do work when she's on top. So, but the problem is like if she wants this fight to go to the ground, I feel like that's the kind of the realm that Irene wants to play. So, no confidence. This is low level women MMA at the end of the day. I'm leaning Irina. Not with the most confidence. Who knows? Maybe she gets a sub here. That sub number crazy. I'm gonna Kobe that shit.
Yeah, sub round 1.
Yeah.
That's a thing, right? So for me, that's exactly how, if I'm going to bet this fight, that's exactly how I'm playing it. Dog shot, sub round 1. That's usually her usual path to victory. She is the bigger girl. She's the stronger girl. Let's see if she makes weight.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a good chance she won't.
Both these girls missed weight in their last fights.
Yeah.
I actually don't know how Melissa got signed. Only maybe because they kind of want to build up Irina a little more, but they don't have anybody that's not going to body her at the moment. So they just signed a random girl coming off of a sus win because she missed the weight. It's weird. It's some weird ass shit, you know? And to be honest, this is not the only like weird signing that they have on this card. We'll get, when we get to the next fight, that's another questionable signing for an opponent who I think they're just trying to rebuild.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't understand this. What's your pick again? I'm sorry.
Irina. We can move on. Sub round 1. That's it. But you know, I'm not betting it. I don't think I'm gonna bet it because it depends on the line. If the line is juice,
no, for me, you never say never.
No. And if the line is juice, sure. But you know, if it's like at plus 300, I'm not betting that shit. There's no value. There's no value. It's gotta be like plus 9. I'll take that. Plus 9, take a shot.
I don't think her sub's gonna be plus 9.
Nobody thinks maybe more? Less.
No, I mean, because I feel like that's her most
plus 6 then.
Obvious way to win.
I'll go anything plus 5 or 6. I'll go over.
Maybe round 1.
I'll take it. Yeah, round 1. Yeah, exactly. Plus 5 or 6 round 1. I'll take it.
All right, next fight we got here on the prelims. Terrance McKinney, T-Rex, going one-on-one with the kid, Brendon Marotte. Is that how you say his name? How do you pronounce that name? If you read it? Marotte? Marotte? I'm gonna call him Brendon the kid. The kid, Brendon. Anyway, T-Rex, 14-6, fighting out of Dallas, Texas, 29 years old, going one-on-one with Brendon the kid, Marotte, 8-1, fighting out of New Hampshire. Who the hell fights out of New Hampshire? 26 years old.
This guy.
This guy. Another weird, questionable signing here. Did some tape on this guy briefly. He can hit. He's got hands. A little sloppy though. I wouldn't say like, you know, mongoloid sloppy, but
like throwing that word around.
it ain't the cleanest striking, but he's got some pop. Got a lot of defensive holes though. This feels like Terrance McKinney round 1 knockout.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to break this down. I feel like this is just another signing to get
McKinney a win.
a guy that the UFC kind of likes back on track. Terrance McKinney should clean this guy out. If he doesn't, Terrance McKinney's got serious problems.
Yeah.
I don't think Marotte is that good. He's not whack, but he ain't that good. I think this is the type of opponent that he should fold easily in the first round.
Agreed. Yeah, I think it's terrible matchup for this guy. He's been knocked down and knocked out by guys who hit way slower and way less explosive than Terrance McKinney. Terrance should knock this guy out first round. And I'll see what the line looks like because I'll probably play that, to be honest. But it's every T-Rex fight. If he doesn't get you on the first round, he's in fucking trouble in the second.
Where do you think his money line is going to be lined at, more or less? T-Rex.
Oh, yeah, because they haven't put it up yet, right? Because this thing got
it just
minus 600.
You know what? I was going to say -5, but I guess I was being a little conservative.
-6.
It's probably going to be like
it might be
-6.
more. It might be more because this guy's coming in on last minute notice. He's fucking hittable.
Damn, what's his first round knockout going to be? It's probably something dumb.
Probably a minus number.
It's probably going to be like minus
yeah.
200.
This fight might be
ugly.
This fight might be unbettable, ladies and gentlemen, and it's unbettable because you may say parlay it, right? But you can't parlay Terrance McKinney. Like you can't parlay a guy that has that much of a fucking downfall after the first round.
I just wouldn't recommend I wouldn't recommending a prop that involves
minus money,
a method of victory,
and a round
with a round
at minus money.
At minus money.
No,
like
get the fuck out of town.
Yeah.
No, we're good. This fight might be a big fucking pass. So McKinney execution. That's the bet. That's the pick, not the bet. The pick.
Next fight we got prelims, bantamweight, the women. There's a couple women's fights on this card. Huh? It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
How do you say her name?
Tainara.
Tainara,
I think so.
Tainara Lisboa, the Thai Panther, going 1-on-1 with the debuting Ravena, Oliveira. Don't know how to pronounce her nickname. The Thai Panther Lisboa, 6-2, fighting out of Brazil, hailing from Brazil, 32 years old, going 1-on-1 with Oliveira, 7-1-1, also fighting out of Brazil, also hailing from Brazil, 26 years old. We got some Brazilian on Brazilian action here. Somebody's going to take out a fellow countryman or a fellow countrywoman. And I am 100% leaning Lisboa to do the dirt.
Yes.
I want you to do me a favor here, brother. I want you to click Oliveira's page real quick. This is a little experiment. I want you to look at the records from the bottom up of all the women she's fought.
Shit.
Read them to me.
0-1, 0-0, 0-0, 0-1, 1-1, 0-0, 0-0, 0-0, 8-5. And now she's fighting a girl who's 6-2.
Okay. So.
Tainara.
Super necessary.
Yeah, super it's super necessary to fade Ravena in this fight.
Listen.
And the thing is, too, and now to jump in, Lisboa has an extensive kickboxing background. And she's shown, listen, she tapped out, Jessica Rose Clark?
Yeah. Listen, you're going to say, oh, but it's Jessica Rose Clark.
Yeah.
But
better than this girl.
When you compare the resume,
yeah.
At least she subbed up a person that we know.
Yeah. Someone that's actually beaten some form of relevant competition.
She's literally in Brazil beating up hairdressers.
Yeah.
Cab drivers.
Yeah.
Cooks.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Maybe some mothers.
Oh.
Who just needed a check for their child and say, hey, fight this woman. We'll give you a quick, what's the currency down there in Brazil? Pesos?
I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know.
I'm going to call it Brazilian buckos. Not to shit all over Oliveira. She does hit hard. Her strategy is kind of like a poor woman's Haley Cowan, where she kind of she'll throw a couple punches at you, then she'll just hug you against the cage and eventually try to get you down and then beat you up. But she does it not as good as Haley Cowan.
Yep.
Lisboa's the side here.
Yeah, and then in those exchanges, Lisboa with her Thai boxing background, she's gonna be able to handle her a little better in those moments, in those situations. I think she's gonna be a little more physical than her, which is crazy. Yeah, I like Lisboa in all aspects of the game. She's a minus 375. She might be a parlay piece. I don't want to commit to that.
And listen, anything can happen in women's MMA.
Absolutely.
But
because this is still technically low level, as high level of a kickboxer / Thai boxer Lisboa is. We'll let you know how we get closer to fight time. Plus, I want to see these girls on the scale. But yeah, we can move on. Lisboa, by however she wants. If she wants to knock her out or sub her, it can happen. But I don't know if I'm willing to bet on that. So,
all right, now we hear main event for the prelims, UFC 81. We got Darren, the Damage Elkins, the legend, the Damage, aka what's that actor's name? Something Colony. How do you say? He looks like the guy from Scream.
Not O'Donnell.
O'Donnell? I think it's O'Donnell.
He looks like beat up O'Donnell.
Something O'Donnell.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Damage. Well, 1-on-1 with TJ Down Brown. Oh no, I jacked up his nickname. TJ Downtown Brown.
You got it right the first time. TJ going Downtown Brown.
In the Brown, Downtown
Fuck
Brown.
that guy.
Okay, well, you already know where my brother's leaning. We got the Damage here, 27-11. Fighting out of Sacramento, California, 39 years old. Going 1-on-1 with Downtown Brown, 17-10. Little Rock, Arkansas, 33 years old. I'm a little split on this because I feel like if this fight, maybe I'm not too split on it, but the way I'm processing this fight is I think Damage might be a little live here. A little live. I'm a little worried because how much damage can the Damage take? This man is going to walk into the octagon bleeding already. That's how much that he wakes up bleeding. He takes a shower and the water cuts him in his face. He's taking so much damage, this guy. TJ, I'll give him credit. I mean, he's mid, in my opinion, but he's got good wrestling. He's got solid jits. His hands have gotten better, but he's very hittable. He has some defensive holes. Darren Elkins, I think, is going to be the bigger guy in this fight. Not by much. Darren Elkins is going to keep walking forward. He's going to bring the pressure. I feel like this is a fight TJ Brown should win. I don't know what the odds are. For pick's sake, I think I'm going to lean TJ Brown to get this win.
Minus 205.
He's minus 205?
Yeah. Elkins is plus 170.
But I think, for old time's sake, I don't know if this is the brain or the heart speaking. I kind of want to play Darren Elkins in this fight. I kind of do want to play him. I don't know if I'm going to play him. Because again, I don't know if it's me being smart about this or me just really wanting to see Darren Elkins whoop TJ Brown's ass. But I think TJ Brown should get the win here. I'm going to lean TJ Brown. This could be Dogger Pass, but I don't know if I'm going to bet it because I don't know if I have the confidence on either side. What about you?
Agreed. What's homeboy's name? TJ Brown, Downtown Brown. Fuck him. Charlie Brown, whatever the fuck.
The disrespect.
Listen, he has all the talent in the world. He should win this fight, but has terrible fight IQ. Makes terrible decisions in there. And what if we always told you guys in this podcast about guys, fighters with low fight IQ?
Stupid. I'm not going to let you get the chance.
You're not getting the chance at this paper.
You know what? Now that I think about it, this could be like a live bet spot.
It could.
It could be.
It could definitely be.
Because I think within the first minute of this fight,
you'll know.
You'll know. If Darren Elkins takes a punch to the face and he looks like he can't take a punch anymore,
yeah,
I think TJ's probably the side. I don't know if you're going to get him at any better money than he is now, but who knows? But if you do think Elkins could be the side, let the first round play out because he's probably gonna get mauled on the first round.
Listen,
And
Elkins
he is a builder.
Even
he
Elkins
gets better as the fight goes on.
Even Elkins at plus 200, if it touches that number, I think he's half a unit playable. I just think TJ, he just makes a lot of bad mistakes. And, you know, people are saying, oh, well, Elkins got lit up by old man Swanson the last fight. But, dude, old man Swanson is still a very precise puncher. Very precise. Very quick. And listen, even though I thought he lost to Dawodu, he was giving Dawodu the work in certain parts of that fight. You know, and I think Dawodu's a very technical, very sharp puncher as well. So the fact that he got lit up by a striker that would light up TJ Brown in a striking match, I'm not surprised. Darren Elkins, as live as it gets. Don't know how I'm going to bet it. Don't know if I'm going to play it. But if that line gets disrespectful towards Elkins, I think it's definitely a possible dog or pass spot. And I think TJ Brown, fuck you.
Come on, man.
I'm just on my fuck shit with this card. I'm disrespecting
You don't
fighters.
got an OD.
Dude, I don't know, man. Yo, dude, he should get him out of there. He should, but like, do you trust him?
Yeah. I hear
That's the question. You know, like, I want to put my money on you, bro. Like, I think you're talented.
Yeah, I don't think he's whack. It's just, I don't know.
The fight IQ, man.
And like I said, I think if this was Elkins a couple years ago, I think this is way easier of a pick. I think Elkins, 3 years ago, probably
he mauls him.
It's probably just a steamrolling.
Yeah, he gets his ass whipped the first 2 minutes and 2.5 minutes, and then he comes back and stops him late. The question is Elkins so shop-worn that he can't beat this guy? If he doesn't beat TJ Brown, he needs to retire.
That's my worry.
That's
exactly.
just what it is.
Yeah.
Like this is a litmus test for Elkins. If he doesn't pass this test, he has to retire. I mean, he's 100 years old in the octagon, man. He's 30 something, I think so, but he's 100 in the octagon. Like, that's how much of himself he's left in there. And by the way, it's Jerry O'Connell.
Jerry O'Connell.
Fuck that guy too.
I don't know what I was saying earlier.
Fuck him too.
He looks like Jerry O'Connell if Jerry O'Connell had some problems with the bottle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
nothing against Elkins. Elkins is, not a bad
terrible.
dude.
Yeah,
Elkins just got a lot of damage on him.
Dude, and it's crazy like that you say that, because if you look at him, like, he looks so much older, and he looks like someone who's abused alcohol, but it's because he's taken so much damage on his face.
Yeah.
He has scar tissue in his eyes, a gust of wind, bro, and he's gonna be bleeding. It's crazy, man. He's got his eyebrows shaved down too. Like, that's not helping. He's still bleeding. I mean,
it's rough.
My goodness. I mean,
but listen, he still got that dog in him, bro.
Yeah, I wouldn't fight him.
Nah.
He'd kill me. TJ Brown might have a chance because he makes mistakes.
Nah, TJ Brown still wash you up.
I don't know about that. He's a 45er.
Hey, listen.
There's 200 pounds of lean, mean, stealing sex appeal, my boy.
I don't know about all that, but
I know about that. I know about that shit. Nah, I don't want to be threatening no fighters on this podcast. I have respect for all of you guys. I just think this is a low IQ bet. Like, if you bet this fight, you might have some problems. Like, especially if you're betting on TJ Brown at minus 200.
Well, I hope you don't judge me then if I decide to bet this fight.
On TJ Brown, though?
I mean, I don't know where side I'm going. I do feel like he's going to win. But
TJ Brown at this line is like...
Nah, this line is rough.
It's crazy.
This line is rough.
Elkins is the play. If you're going to play, you got to play Elkins.
Well, maybe you just play TJ by, decision.
He might knock him out.
That's true.
But he might be silly enough to let him survive.
I don't think he subs Elkin.
No. Hell no.
I think Elkin probably has a better chance of subbing him.
Yes.
Low key.
Yes.
All right, to kick off the main card, we got my boy, C-Rod, Christian Rodriguez going against not my boy, Cameron Saaiman, MSP. C-Rod, 9-1, fighting out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 25 years old, going one-on-one with Cameron Saaiman. MSP is hailing from South Africa, fighting out of South Africa, 22 years old. We got the battle of the prospects here to kick off the main card. I think this fight's going to be a banger. I've been going back and forth on this. I think Saaiman's okay. I think I need to see a little more. Maybe I don't see what other people see in Saaiman.
I agree.
I think he's a little bit of just like, he riding the Dricus de Plessis. He's riding riding those coattails just a little bit.
I agree.
But I mean, I could be wrong. Listen, C-Rod, I think, is a decent prospect. I think he did what he had to do against Rosas. It's some people might argue it's not the most impressive win because he did miss weight and out cardio a guy who is still in high school. But I still think it was a pretty solid fight. And I don't know which way I'm leaning in this fight. I actually don't, because I think my brain wants to go C-Rod here. My brain also wants to go C-Rod if he's plus money. The problem is I think he's
minus 155.
He's the favorite here.
If he was plus money, this is an easy bet.
So this could be like a dog or pass situation. And as much as I don't like it, maybe Saaiman is the side here. I'm going to pick C-Rod to win, but I'm not too confident in that. I think C-Rod probably has the wrestling advantage. He might also have the grappling advantage, but when it comes to the striking, I'll give Saaiman credit. He's a dynamic striker. You know, he throws his kicks. He's got his arms. He got his knees. He's got his elbows. He's solid, but maybe the line should be a little closer to a pick'em. I'm gonna lean C-Rod here. This could be dog or pass. So as much as I don't like it, I might be betting Saaiman here, but I do not know. I don't know yet. I kind of want to wait on this one a little bit, just to see if any more information comes out. Maybe I start rewatching some tape again. But yeah, gut feeling C-Rod. No bet at the moment. What about you?
So I'm with you. I think C-Rod should win this fight. I've been waiting to fade Saaiman. I just don't know if C-Rod's the guy to do it. I'm leaning C-Rod, but this might be a dog or pass spot. I'm not very high on Saaiman, as you heard just now. I just really, if Christian Rodriguez was the dog in this fight, I would have smashed it already.
Yeah, I think that would have been an auto bet for me.
Auto bet, because I think he's so slept on. I feel like Vegas is learning, and it's just because he beat Raul Rosas, but Simon's better than Raul Rosas. And Raul Rosas was able to get Rodriguez's back in that fight. Now, is Saaiman the grappler that Rosas is? No. But the striking is going to be, I think, on the Saaiman side. So Christian's probably going to have to, to use his pace, get this to the floor, and mix in his striking in the meantime. Christian Rodriguez is the lean, but Saaiman might be getting a bet. I don't know how I'm going to bet this. I agree with you. I think I want to wait on this and see what it looks like. I want to see weigh-ins. I want to see every detail. I want to hear how these guys are talking, and then I'll make a decision. But this fight should be a pick'em.
Possible fight of the night, by the way.
Possible fight of the night. Banger. It's a banger of a fight.
People gonna bleed. It's gonna get cut open, and somebody might die.
100%.
All right, next fight we got here in the flyweight division. I think this is a catchweight, by the way. It is. We got Edgar Cháirez running it back with Daniel Lacerda. Daniel DeSantos. I don't know his last name. They got Lacerda here. I think he was listed as DeSantos on the UFC website. We know which Daniel. This is Mijo. Mijo. I don't know how to say his name, but I like it. Cháirez, 10-5, fighting out of Mexico, 27 years old, going one-on-one with Daniel Lacerda DeSantos. Fighting out of Brazil, hailing from Brazil, 27 years old. This fight's kind of a banger. It's going to be wild probably for as long as it lasts. How did the first fight finish again? Oh, no. Okay, I remember. So I think Cháirez was getting the better of him. Had him in a guillotine, if I remember correctly. I don't remember who the ref was.
Probably Chris Taioni.
Probably Taioni, because he's been fucking up lately. No disrespect. Listen, refereeing is a hard-ass job, but my man has been fumbling lately.
I think it was Taioni.
He went to go check on Lacerda
to see if he was out.
Pulled his hand back. He slams his hand back onto Cháirez.
Yep.
Considers that a tap, stops the fight.
Yep.
Lacerda pissed off. Cháirez
Pissed off.
Kind of pissed off.
Win bonus, baby.
Yeah, because was it a no contest?
No contest.
It turned out to be a no contest. So I don't know if any of those guys got their fight money. Hopefully they did. Now they're running it back. Cháirez opening up as the bigger favorite now. Lacerda opening up as the bigger dog now. And I get why he's opening up as the bigger favorite, because he was, he caught Lacerda. I'll give it to him. But I don't know. The crazy degenerate in me is like, I bet Lacerda last time. I guess I kind of lucked out. Maybe I go back to the well here.
You're crazy.
Because Lacerda fighting out of that judo box. You know what they got over there in that spring water over there? That Brazilian water is something different. And for one round, my man is
the best
Super
fighter on the
Saiyan.
planet. The best fighter at 125.
He is like, what's Goku's ultimate form? What is he? Like Ultra Instinct.
Ultra Instinct.
He's Ultra Instinct for 5 minutes. I gotta take the shot on. I feel like I gotta. I'm probably listen.
You're crazy.
He's got to get a win. He's an entertaining fighter. He's such a good fighter for like 5 minutes. It's insane.
I mean, it's crazy because I'm not mad at people who want to do this, because I think people don't put enough stock into rematches. He felt them. He kind of knows where he's strong at now. The thing is, it's hard.
That's kind of my sentiment, low key.
It's kind of hard for me to still bet this, because Cháirez is a fucking dog, and I think Cháirez is underrated. Slick jiu-jitsu.
I agree.
He has convenient jiu-jitsu. That's why I call it, like, you don't look at it, but when he needs it, it's fucking there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
He ain't no slouch off his back. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to get him out.
what's the saying about Jesus? They say, like, Jesus is he's never there when you want him, he's always there when you need him. That's how I feel about his jiu-jitsu. Like, so I'm
Jesus Jitsu.
He gets
Jesus Jitsu.
Yeah, he put Tainara Taira in some bad positions, man.
Yeah.
In their fight, and he was like a plus 500 dog there. That fight was another 20 seconds. He probably beats him via mounted guillotine. I gotta lean Cháirez, and I'm gonna lean Cháirez to stop Lacerda. Second, third round with punches.
I agree with you. I think
I'm gonna play that line, and that line's probably gonna be what, plus 500, plus 600. Maybe not now. Maybe not. Maybe it gets smashed. But if you jump on it early, there should be some value.
Yeah.
That's how I'm gonna play this fight.
I don't disagree. I think Cháirez is the side, 100%. I mean, he looked good in the first in the first encounter. There's no reason why he wouldn't look good in the second encounter. I do think the play is probably second round. If I had to,
Gun to the head, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Because I do think Lacerda is, again, rematches are always a little funky.
They're always funky.
So Lacerda knows he needs a win.
Yeah, but he's probably gonna get cut.
I mean, he's on a 6-fight losing streak and still in the UFC, but there's a reason for that. You know what I'm saying?
It's just so hard for me to like bet on a guy who he just has one gear, and after the first round, if he's not there, he's done. After the second round,
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
after the first, actually,
He's spitting.
Dude, he's fucking terrible. Like it's like like you get all this momentum, you're fighting on the back of a truck, and it's like he looks like when they throw you off of the truck and you roll profusely down a fucking hill into a lake with crocodiles. Like that's how bad he looks. It's like he falls off a cliff, like he's running in altitude.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. I've never seen someone come from a gym like that that's like so notorious for killers. And he just taps out. He looks for the fucking door, man. Like when he's in trouble. I like Cháirez. I play the line second, third round stoppage. And the reason I put the third round in there is because he's not the biggest puncher. But it probably will be second round because Lacerda, he ain't shit after the first round.
They would have been packing them up.
Yes, Cháirez will pack this boy up after the first.
All right, next fight we have here on the main card. We got a debuting middleweight, Michel Pereira, moving up in weight to fight last-minute opponent, Andre Petroski. Pereira, 28-11, hailing from Brazil, 30 years old. Andre Petroski, hailing from Pennsylvania, 10-1, 32 years old. This fight is a fight I'm kind of looking forward to. It might, I don't want to say it's like my must-see fight, but it's definitely one of my must-see fights. This card, the main card is pretty good. I got to give the UFC credit here. Like, you know, it's a pretty underrated fight night card. The main event, you know, again, no headliner, but, you know, star in the making in potential there. But back to this fight. Pereira was supposed to fight Wonder Boy. Missed the weight. Decided to stay up and wait. I don't remember who Pereira's original opponent was. I could look that up really quickly. Oh, Barry Ute. And he was supposed to be fighting Barry Ute at middleweight. So yeah, he was going to be debuting at middleweight no matter what. Andre Petroski threw his name in the ring. I want this man. Challenge accepted. This is probably the most legit wrestler Pereira's ever fought.
Yes.
I mean, the closest wrestler he's probably fought before this, Tristan Colony. I can't pronounce that name. Oh my God, Tristan Connelly.
And he was a lightweight.
Yeah, and that was. Yeah, that guy was moving up in weight. That guy fluctuates in a million different kind of weight classes, but
he's a journeyman.
He really hasn't fought a wrestler, not of Petroski's caliber. He's moving up in weight to fight Petroski, by the way. Like I mentioned previously. I still think, I don't know the odds. I still think Pereira might be the side here.
I think I'm with you. I flip-flop back and forth in this fight, but go ahead.
I think Pereira moving up in weight might have a positive effect on his already improved cardio. Pereira also, like mentioned before on other podcasts, on previous podcasts, my man's a human Tekken fighter.
Yeah.
Dynamic striking, like weird angles.
He does horse kicks.
Creative shit. Like he's
Yatsumichu fucking kicks.
He's very good. And he's kind of been toning it down. He's been honing his skills a bit. He's not as wild as he used to be. But he's still very good. And he's got solid jits. He will, I think his last fight he actually started implementing wrestling, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember who he fought, but he's been rounding out his game. Petroski, also extremely solid wrestler, hits hard.
Ponzinibbio, by the way.
Kind of gasses, but kind of doesn't. It's kind of weird. He's one of those guys where it looks like he's gassing, but he's kind of just recharging for his next attack. So he's like Blanca or Guile if we're playing Street Fighter.
Yeah.
He's just a charge character. He doesn't really gas. He fake gasses. But I don't know how he's going to be able to hold down Pereira, who is not going to be small for this for this weight cut up. You know? He's going to be, I think he's still going to be the bigger guy. I don't know how Petroski handles the movement. I don't know how Petroski holds Pereira down. And when it comes to the sub shit, I mean, I don't know. It's a good, I don't know. I'm leaning Pereira here. I kind of like Pereira. I don't know why I like Pereira. I think he makes a good middleweight debut here in this fight against Petroski. I like Petroski a lot too, but
I'll tell you why you like Pereira. Here's why: because Petroski was arguably getting outstruck by Gerald Murcia his last fight. That's why you like him.
That's true.
And the fact that he's getting outstruck by old ass GM3, that's alarming. I'm sure he could take Pereira down, but he has to enter that space. This guy throws flying knees. He's got good fucking timing on him. very powerful puncher. He doesn't throw in combination too much. He throws in singles, but I could see him rocking Petroski a few times because he's not going to be undersized much in this fight. That's all I'm going to tell you. Petroski's also a guy who used to fight at 70, and he's pretty much just committing to 85. So the size might be on Pereira's side here. And I agree with you. He's been rounding out his game. I think he does a lot of good things right, but I just think entering that space with him is fucking the danger zone. You know, that Top Gun record, you know? Danger zone? That's exactly what it is, entering that space with fucking Pereira. Yeah.
I don't want to get us DMCA'd.
Yeah, but he's so dynamic. Like, and I agree with you. I think he's super explosive. I think Petroski's wrestling entries aren't the best either. That's the other thing. I think he kind of just muscles dudes down, but it's going to be hard to muscle a dude down that's much more explosive than you, to be quite frank. And he's going to be just as strong. I like Pereira. Pereira could win a decision here because Petroski is somewhat durable. But he could knock him out too. But I'm going to go Pereira. It's probably going to go to distance. He's going to have his moments, and he's going to, put the mitts on him.
All right, next fight we have the featured bout. And this is another interesting fight that I'm definitely on the fence about because I don't know where I'm leaning here. We got Jonathan Martinez, the Dragon, going one-on-one with Adrian Yanez. Martinez, 18-4, fighting out of Plainview, Texas, 29 years old. Fighting one-on-one with Yanez, 16-4, fighting out of Houston, Texas, 29 years old. Two 29-year-olds, both fighting out of Texas. Very intriguing fight. I think I have questions about what Yanez's mind state's going to be. Because he was on a hype train. And he was on his way up. And he runs into Rob Font. And Rob Font styles on my man.
We bet him too.
Mass.
We bet him.
Yeah, we bet Rob Font, baby. Hit that. Boricua all day, kid. Easy money. I felt bad for Yanez because I didn't think he was gonna get styled on by Rob Font the way Rob Font decided to style on. Rob Font, that fight was more of a Rob Font like, y'all must have forgot. Don't ever put these contenders in my way. I'm the real contender. Martinez also riding currently a very nice hot streak. Who was his last fight again?
Saeed.
Coming off of a Saeed win. Very impressive win.
Very. Close fight. Some people scored it for Saeed. I did, to be honest, but I could see the argument for Martinez.
I think Martinez might have the striking advantage here. I think he's just a more dynamic striker. Uses a lot of leg kicks. Yanez, more like a boxer who can kick. Has some grappling in his back pocket. I think I like Martinez here. I don't know what the odds are.
Pick him.
I'm going to lean Martinez here for the win. I don't know how this fight ends. I don't know if it's something quick. I don't know if it goes the distance. I think I'm going to lean goes the distance, at least over a round and a half. That's just gut feeling. No any kind of metrics to support that. That's just straight up gut feeling. Would I be surprised if Yanez, gets back on his horse and, corrects the right that was wronged or the wrong that was right? I don't know. I think I said all that shit wrong. Listen. Martinez is the side here, I think. Fuck all the other shit I was just saying. This is the way I feel. What about you?
I like Martinez here. This fight's line is a pick 'em at minus 150, minus 105. I like Martinez for a few reasons. Better strength of schedule. He just came off the Saeed fight where he showed me a lot in terms of his grappling development and his ability to deal with Saeed's spamming of shots and things of that nature. I could see him spamming Cháirez in this fight with some wrestling because Cháirez hasn't really been tested too much in that aspect. As well, too, Cháirez is not very defensively responsible with the striking. Gets hit a lot. He absorbs a lot of fucking punches. I think this fight might low-key be an ass whooping. It can be an ass whooping from Martinez. I don't see Cháirez busting his ass like that. Martinez has the upside to finish, in my opinion, just because he has more ways to win on the ground and with the striking, and he's a fucking dog too. So I like Martinez here, and that's where I'm at.
All right, now we're here. Co-main event, women's flyweight. Jennifer Maia, Viviane Araujo. Maia, 21-9-1. Fighting out of Brazil, hailing from Brazil, 35 years old. Araujo, Vivi, 11-5. Fighting out of Brazil, hailing from Brazil, 36 years old. This fight, good fight. Don't know if it should be the main of, not the main event, but the co-main event. I'm gonna lean Maia here, even though I preferably will. I'm assuming she's the favorite, right?
Minus 162, yeah.
I think I prefer to play Maia at dog money. She's been hitting for me lately. I've been riding the Maia train for a hot minute.
Vegas has caught on.
Nothing against the Araujo. She's got like half the fights, but I feel like she's aging faster.
Yes.
Than Maia, which is kind of scary. Listen, her last two fights were against Ribas and Grasso, so it's like you can't really hold that against her. Maybe the Ribas one, but not the Grasso one. Maia, she's just consistent. She's tough, hard nose, hard to take down,
durable,
tough to fight, throws hard, walks forward. And you could say the same thing about Araujo, but I trust Maia's cardio more. I gotta lean Maia here. I won't be surprised if Araujo wins. If Araujo wants to get it back on track, this is the fight she needs to win. Because if she doesn't win this fight, I don't know where she goes. She is a year older. I'm gonna lean Maia though. I think Maia gets this. I think it goes probably to decision. I don't see either side finishing anybody. They're both two tough girls.
Araujo has the finishing capability, but
I agree.
But yeah, I don't see her finishing Maia.
But my gut says Maia by decision. Another one of these fights where I don't know how I'm gonna bet it. Depends on whatever lines I see and whatever looks juicy. But what about you, my brother?
I'm with you on Maia, and I'm with you on Maia simply because she's the better minute winner. She knows how to pressure. She knows when to hold you up against the fence. She showed a lot against Casey O'Neill, who I think is a very overhyped prospect. This Viviane Araujo is a much tougher fight because she's a bigger puncher and her jiu-jitsu is just as good as Maia's, if not better. But I think the jiu-jitsu is going to mitigate themselves on the floor because Maia's pretty good off her back. I also think Maia is a better volume striker. She throws more. She's a better minute winner. She just is. And she's durable as well. Plus, she doesn't look as shop-worn as Araujo, which is crazy because Araujo doesn't have that many fights. But she's older. And I think losing to Ribas is a little bit of a red flag because Ribas is hittable. I picked Ribas in that fight, but
I feel like she's easier to take down too, or at least easier than Jennifer would be or Grasso would be, to be honest. But
I agree. I like Maia. I could see Maia spamming her with the wrestling and making her work, and just forcing this to a decision. Yeah, give me Maia.
All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, UFC Vegas 81, episode 33 of the Axis of Combat podcast. We have reached the main event of the card, and we have Sodiq Yusuff, Super Sodiq, going one-on-one with Junior Edson Barboza. Yusuff, 13-2, fighting out of Nigeria. Well, hailing from Nigeria, fighting out of Maryland, 30 years old, going one-on-one with Barboza, 23-11, hailing from Brazil, fighting out of Jupiter, Florida, 37 years old. This fight is a crossroads fight. I say crossroads fight because I think Sodiq is on the way up and Barboza is on the way down. Obviously, it's not like such a steep decline because Barboza right now lighting dudes up.
Can still knock people out. Knocked out Billy Q last fight.
He still looks at 37 years old.
Shredded.
Still looks pretty good. Still fighting at a very high level. Sodiq, his only loss in the UFC, that Arnold Allen. Aging like fine wine because Arnold Allen literally just lost to
Max
Holloway.
Holloway.
And I think Sodiq has gotten way better from that first encounter. I think if they ran it back, it might look a little different. I still probably lean Allen, but Sodiq is a very good up-and-comer. I don't know if this fight is, this fight's crazy. I'm gonna lean Yusuff. I'm gonna lean Yusuff only because my gut feeling tells me this is probably a coming out party for Yusuff here. I mean, he's got a very tough opponent in Barboza. If he beats Barboza, he deserves to be ranked. Deserves to be fighting top 15 guys. If Barboza finishes Yusuff or just beats Yusuff, another guy where he probably should be on his way up as well. This is probably his last official hoorah towards the title. I'm leaning Yusuff here. It's just a gut feeling. This is literally like a 50-50 coin toss kind of fight. It's hard to pick against Barboza. And I don't have any kind of like, if this fight was like a couple years ago, I say this all the time, but Barboza maybe 3 years ago not waxes, but definitely kind of styles on Yusuff. I don't think he's that Barboza anymore. Again, this is why I say crossroads fight. Do they finally meet? Is this the right time where Yusuff can catch Barboza kind of on the decline? I don't know. Don't know if I'm going to bet it, but my gut feeling is telling me it's probably Yusuff time.
Yeah, I'm with you on it. I think Yusuff, the only thing that scares me about Yusuff is his inactivity. This is going to be his first fight in the year. And I think partly, I'm not sure if he was injured, but I know for sure, I think there's a couple of guys who pulled out. He was supposed to fight Giga. There was also another situation. I think he's having those problems where people are not picking up the phone to fight him. Very talented. I agree with you with Edson. It's hard to fade Edson here. But I just don't know if he's that same guy, especially like, and the thing is too, here's the thing. Edson's going to be the bigger guy. He's going to be the bigger guy in this fight. But I just think Sodiq is probably one of the more slept on prospects in the UFC. He's not a dumb guy. That's the other thing too. His fight breakdowns are fucking infamous on YouTube and Twitter.
Yeah.
Good for him, man. I like Yusuff here. It might be a Dorger pass spot, but the lean is Yusuff.
I was just going to bring that up. I think if this Barboza line keeps getting a little wide,
it's a Dorger pass.
I think depending on where that number is at, ladies and gentlemen, whatever number you like in particular, I know what number I like. But if it gets to that number, it might be a situation where this could be Dorger pass.
Yeah. But the lean is definitely Yusuff. He should get this fight done against an aging kicker like Barboza. Sodiq is fine-tuned with the striking. If your only loss is to Arnold Allen and he didn't finish you, you're probably in some high regards.
Yeah. He did get styled on a little bit by Arnold, at least in the first round, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Arnold's a hammer.
Arnold's crazy.
Arnold would stop Edson.
And I do think Yusuff is better now than he was before. So
agreed. And 100%. I feel like Edson's declining. He's not the same guy.
Not a steep decline though. Not a steep decline because he's still doing work right now.
Yeah. Thing is, I don't see Yusuff walking into a shot like Billy Q did. I don't see it. But who knows? Because Edson can lure you into that, especially with his explosive. He's still very explosive. And if you've seen this guy at a Marvel at 37 years old, he's got some freak genetics, still shredded as fuck. You know, so yeah, this might be a dog or pass spot, but Yusuff definitely the lead. Now to kick it over to some boxing. We're gonna briefly preview this shit because we can't bet it. But for those of you who can bet it, plain and simple, the bets are Logan Paul and Tommy Fury. And the reason being is because Dillon Danis can't box for shit.
Dillon Danis is probably not going to show up, by the way.
By the way, he has built this fight. So good on him. This is the co-main event on the Tommy Fury KSI card, but this should be the main event because people are talking about this fight more than the main event. Tommy Fury is going to be by far the superior boxer to KSI. Don't know if he stops KSI, might, because I think this is KSI's. I don't know if this is his first pro debut or whatever. But
KSI's got a couple of fights. But
the fact that he beat Jake Paul, and I think Jake Paul's better than him, I got to lean Tommy Fury there. Will Tommy stop him? He should, but who knows? Logan Paul is going to be fighting a guy that can't fight. He should knock him out, but Logan Paul hasn't won a boxing fight in his life. He hasn't won. So I don't know how it gets done, and when it gets close, I'll make a decision, but he's going to be much bigger than Dillon, and Dillon is not a boxer, so he probably knocks him out.
Yeah, he probably does.
So, and that's just to recap that bullshit, because that's as far as it gets. Like, these fights, you know, we can't bet on them, so I'm not going to get deep into.
Well, we can't bet on them, but
whoever can, that's your breakdown. Because some fights ain't worth the time, if we're being honest. That's a clown show. I'd rather talk more about a Jake Paul fight, to be honest, because at least there's a level of competition there that you can speak to. The reason you can't bet on these fights in certain states is because it's a clown show. You know, let's just keep it 100. Tommy Fury's going to easily walk through this guy, KSI, and I think Logan for the knockout. That's how I would bet it. So, but that's it.
Pretty much.
And that's the end of episode 33. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. We love you guys. You already know the business. Like, follow, subscribe, comment, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.
Everybody watching on YouTube right now, please don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, drop another comment, feed the algorithm. Please help us out. I don't know what we want. We want something. We want love, man. We
want all of our audio listeners to know that Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts are available.
That's true.
You already know. And yes, free 99, like I said, at the end of every podcast. Free content, free 99, free subscriptions. It doesn't get simpler than that. We would never take your money. We're trying to make you money. That's how we do things here.
Bars, kid.
Yep. I mean,
spitting.
I don't say it. I just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't trying to take money from you guys. Wherever you can subscribe, it helps. So please subscribe, hit that notification bell. It helps us a ton. Love you guys. Episode 33 in the books. Holla at ya. Tune in. See ya.